Alrighty, it is time to celebrate. I'm taking it all in. This map, the Electoral College map. By the way, abolish the Electoral College. It is a disgusting system to elect a president. It is wrong, it is disgusting, and it was made to capitulate slave-owning states when it was written. Not to stop majority rule, which whatever the heck that means. Now you might wonder, why am I toning down my language, or why am I presenting to be PG or whatever? Well, let's break it down. Former President Donald J. Trump. That's what's important. Former President Donald Trump. I'm going to say that again for the MAGA schmucks in the back. Former President Trump. Former President Donald Trump, who might leave the country. Because I got this book called Club 5, which is about the former presidents. So we got Carter, the 4 living presidents: Carter, Clinton, Bush, and Obama. Oh, 4, never mind, because Bush Sr. passed away. Well, now it's 5 again. But of course, Donald Trump is not going to be really welcomed in to the most exclusive club. Honestly, the only club that Trump could be a part of. He's alienated everyone. He's alienated Clinton. He has alienated Bush. He has alienated Obama. Now, I have issues with all of these people for various reasons, of which I've discussed in videos in the past. But this is irrelevant to the larger point at hand. A former president of the United States has frankly pissed off the only other people who might be able to empathize with him. Think about that. Think about how much of a schmuck you have to be to do that. The scary thing to me, though, about this victory that Biden had, and if you can't see, I do have a Joe Biden and Kamala Harris pin. It says Biden Harris here. And I got another pin, number 46. It's just a Biden button. I did order a yard sign, but it never showed up, so that sucked. But I'm just taking it all in, because this is a monumental occasion. It really is. I mean, if you compare how I was when Hillary Clinton lost, because I knew how bad Trump would be. I knew how horrible that man would be. I knew just how evil and vile that man would be. I mean, I can't even tell you, like, pandemic, his dismantling of previous nuclear agreements, his authoritarianism, the fact that he's allowing eugenics in ICE facilities, the fact that he separated kids from families and he's orphaned hundreds of children, and the fact that he basically made the largest conservative Supreme Court in my lifetime, because now it's a, 6-3 Supreme Court, like conservative Supreme Court, the liberal justices. The good news is that Clarence Thomas is pretty old, so if he goes or retires, Biden could pick a Supreme Court justice, which would be better. I'm just, okay. I'm taking it all in. This electoral map, let's just look at this electoral map again. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you freaking see that? 290 votes. And that's not even everything so far. But he's won. Biden has won. Trump has lost. Good riddance. Sayonara. Donald Trump, you were a vile, evil, fascist human, if I can even call you human, frankly, because a person that allows 230,000 of his citizens to die is not a human. That is a monster. And thank the will of the people, you are out of office. Good riddance. No one's gonna miss you. You suck. Now that I got that out of my system, I'm going to celebrate this moment, because that's just what I'm doing. I'm chilling. I feel a major sense of relief just for myself. Look, before I get into my fellow leftists commenting here, now you might say, you voted for Joe Biden, you're a liberal. I'm not a liberal. I'm a pragmatist. I voted for Joe Biden out of pragmatism because, frankly, we live in a duopoly, or a monopoly, frankly, with one party rule, which is the business party, which has two sects, the Democrats and the Republicans. I don't know why I did left for the Republicans and right for the Democrats. It should be the other way around, but I'm ignoring that for this main reason. I am aware of all of these arguments that you could lay into why I shouldn't be celebrating Joe Biden's victory, but I don't care right now. Joe Biden is going to be a better president than Trump for the simplest reason that he actually will do something for the American people when it comes to a pandemic. That is something to keep in mind. With that also said, I have come to the scary realization that Donald Trump's legacy is a new, scary brand of republicanism. But my main hope is that because Trump lost pretty much so handily, I mean, Joe Biden now has 290 electoral votes compared to Donald Trump, 214 electoral votes. There's no coming back from that. There will hopefully be no Trump dynasty. There will hopefully be no Trump legacy to continue after he croaks. The reason for that is because his children are also in extreme legal problems. The only one who I could kind of see squiggling their way through, if they don't have their own legal problem, is probably Tiffany and Barron. And I don't see those two having as big of a political aspiration as, say, Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump. So those two you want to keep an eye on. But I mean, I'm sounding kind of cynical. I shouldn't be sounding cynical, but I'm also worried about, it's weird, I got this feeling of relief, but I also got this feeling of what monster's gonna come after Trump. But hey, no more Betsy DeVos. Public schools will hopefully function in some reasonable fashion. Hopefully the white supremacists will go back into their scummy version of the internet where they belong. Hopefully, look, I hate the Patriot Act, I hate mass surveillance, but you have it, so use it on the right scumbags. I want to reiterate, I hate the Patriot Act, I want it repealed, but if you have it, go after the Proud Boys, go after the Klan, go after every neo-Nazi you can. Go after these terrorists and make sure that these people are so afraid to be bold again that maybe it leads to them rethinking their life. So I'm just looking at the good. I understand there are aspects of Biden's victory that will not be so positive in the future. I do believe that based on the pandemic alone, Biden will be better. Foreign policy, I'm a little skeptical with Biden. Domestic policy, I think Biden will be pretty solid. Because unlike Obama, Biden now has a strong left-wing pushback. He has AOC and the other squad members of Congress to deal with. He also has the Bernie Sanders faction of the left, which is me. There are just many other factors of how we could get Biden to, say, support a Green New Deal or Medicare for All. Biden has already stated he's going to reintroduce net neutrality. Actually, pie's going away, hopefully. So, I'm feeling pretty good. My mood is overall positive. I will always stand in solidarity with my left-wing brothers and sisters who are struggling. So, I understand why some of them might go, oh, it's just going to be more of the same. It's more of the same like the Obama legacy or the Clinton legacy. But you gotta at least be happy that Trump's out. I mean, ContraPoint said it best. If it had been anyone else except John Kennedy, we might not have gotten the civil rights bills even brought to the table. If the protests, no, I'm certain the protests will continue like they've already been continuing. I'm certain the protesting that we've seen will not let up. That is my hope. I do not want to see the protesters for BLM let up. I want them to continue staying the course, marching, gathering as much grassroots support as possible, because we need to reform our police system because it's too militarized and too authoritarian. I know I'm getting into a variety of topics, but I guess I'm calling this rambly video about Donald Trump losing. I'm still like, I'm amazed. I'm amazed. I know there are many factors that contributed to Biden's success, but he did it. It's kind of hilarious though. There was this meme I saw. It was like Bernie Sanders voter, Trump supporters. How the hell did we lose to Joe Biden? Biden is in, Trump's out. This is a good day. This is worthy of celebration. This is worthy of cracking open a couple of beers and toasting or calling some good friends, crying tears of joy, because we are now hopefully at a point where we can say bye-bye nationalism, bye-bye fascism, bye-bye right-wing authoritarianism, well, far-right authoritarianism, because we're still going to have right-wing authoritarianism, disappointingly enough. This is a good day for America. I feel somewhat proud to be an American again because we rejected a fascist clown, a man that I believe strongly, had he been reelected, would have destroyed this country and the planet. To quote Noam Chomsky, currently, as it stands, the greatest danger to the planet right now is the current Republican establishment. I know many liberals and Republican voters are going to get offended. To Republican voters, I recognize there are Republican voters that care about climate change, that care about the environment, but the leadership of the Republican Party doesn't care. So to the voters, I'm not calling them out, except the ones who were hardcore Trumpists. I am calling out the Republican leadership as it stands. You know what? I'm just going to end this with playing some clips of Rudy Giuliani having a meltdown, and I'm going to borrow another Humanist Report compilation, so just enjoy this with some Benny Hill music. So that's all I gotta say. I think I'm done. It's a good day. It's a good day. I'm about to cry tears of joy because, man, I really thought Donald Trump was going to be reelected. And, it feels good to have faith in your fellow American again. It really does. Because I've been so cynical. I've been so angry. But now I got a reason, a good reason, to maybe feel a little more optimistic. Live long and prosper and have a good day. And here's the compilation.
What was it called by? Oh my goodness, all the networks. Wow. All the networks. You have to forget about the law. Judges don't count. All the networks. All the networks thought Biden was going to win by 10%. What happened? Come on, don't be ridiculous. Networks don't get to decide elections.
And we will not stand manda ata, ora mata rata, ande eke manda rasata. For I hear the sound of victory. 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 I hear the sound.
No, you're a bunch of psycho fascist commies that will be defeated. You will never conquer America. You have only conquered the sleeping giant. USA! 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 We don't know how this is gonna end, but if they want to fight, they better believe that it's not hard. For them, they will be hiding, they will pay, they will be destroyed, because America is rising. 1776 is the answer to 1984. 1776. 1776. 1776. 1776. We need oversight to verify that each person who voted is
These Democrats are trying to steal this damn election from the American people. They are corrupt. They are stealing. Where is the Republicans at? Where is the GOP? If they want my damn vote next time, they better step up for President Trump.